welcome and thank you for tuning in. Head coach Mike Young took over the Virginia Tech men's basketball program last season in a very difficult situation. The cupboard was left bare by Buzz Williams. He put the team in an incredibly difficult situation, and considering the circumstances, I think Mike Young did a wonderful job. You know, the team sputtered down the stretch in ACC play, but the team had fun playing with one another for the most part. You know, pretty much all of the players who were coming back showed great glimpses of potential. And who could forget that incredible upset win over Michigan State in the Maui Invitational last season? I think there is an incredible level of optimism surrounding Virginia Tech basketball. And look, Joe Bamisile, when all is said and done, he will be the greatest Virginia Tech basketball player of all time. I know we're talking about comparing him to the likes of maybe Adele Curry, Bimbo Coles, Ace Custis, but Bamisile is going to get it done, and he's going to do it from day one because he's 6'4", already an NBA body from a physique standpoint, and he has a 7'2" wingspan. So he could absolutely become an elite defender, a wonderful rebounder. He has a lot of James Harden in his game with his hops, the way he can create shots, his quick release, especially from long range, and he dominated NBA camp, going up against the top high school prospects in the country. When he was getting taunted and booed by his rival high school, how did he respond? He dropped a 40-piece. So I love his mentality. I love his game. I think Bamisile will work wonders. Don't expect him to start in the season opener against Radford on Wednesday, but there will come a time when Mike Young will have no choice but to start Bamisile. As of now, when we talk about the point guard position, it's a bit of a foil situation. Guys with different skill sets and different weaknesses. Wabisa Bede is one of the best defenders in the ACC. You know, he really locks up, shuts players down, and he's a great leader. You know, everybody on the team loves him, great guy, you know, a fan favorite in Blacksburg, but he certainly has to learn how to hit open jump shots. There were plenty of situations last season when opposing defenses didn't even bother to guard Bede because they knew that he wouldn't hurt them. So Bede has to become more of an offensive threat. That is going to be critical. That could in some cases mean the difference between winning and losing. And while Jalen Cone needs to improve defensively heading into his sophomore year, there is no questioning his shooting ability. He averaged over 45% from the three-point line last season. Just astounding. I mean, he is a true long-range sniper, and given time, he will be ready to run this offense outright. Tyrese Radford, look, when all is said and done, I think his number will hang in the rafters of Castle Coliseum. He averaged double-figure scoring last season, over 6 rebounds a game. The way he rebounds standing at just 6'1", it's astounding. It's unbelievable. He routinely towers over players about a foot taller than him to get the hard boards. So I love Radford's game. Hopefully he can shore up his handles a little bit, but just an incredible asset for the Virginia Tech Hokies. Naheem Aline is a very smooth game. You know, he has a great jump shot, love his release. The question I have for Aline is, can he develop that killer instinct, that elite mentality to go out and get it and just go for the jugular? I didn't see that really much last season, but hopefully he will be ready to assert himself more as he enters his sophomore season, because this is an important year for him. He can learn a lot from Kansas State transfer Cartier Diarra. You know, Cartier Diarra called out Landers Nolley on Twitter. He said to him, "You don't want this work." And Cartier Diarra wants all the smoke. He averaged over 13 points at Kansas State last season, almost 2 steals a game, so I would imagine he will be guarding a lot of opposing teams' best perimeter threats at times, so he has plenty to offer. On the defensive end, he just has such a rugged mentality. He's going to go out and fight every single game because I think he believes that he has the potential to play in the NBA. Now, Justin Mutts could be another key transfer. He comes in from Delaware, having averaged over 12 points a game last season, but the number that really pops out to me is the 8.4 rebounds a game. he averaged for Delaware last season. I mean, anyone who can pull in over 8 rebounds a game at any level of Division I basketball, that is just straight up impressive. And what Virginia Tech struggled with last season more than anything was rebounding. So I think he has plenty to offer there. So could Iowa transfer Cordell Pemsel, if he can stay healthy. That's what he struggled with throughout his career. And then John Ogiaco. Man, I love the potential of Ogiaco. He showed extraordinary glimpses of brilliance last season. He still has to put it all together. Very raw. Needs to develop, a go-to consistent post move down low. I think that would be massive for him. But I think Ogiaco could develop into one of the best big men Virginia Tech's ever had as well if he continues to really get after it and improve. And, when we're talking about freshmen, look, I've already talked about how incredible Bama Seal is, but I think the future is also very bright for Darius Maddox. He was a 4-star recruit in his own right. I don't think he's necessarily going to get as many minutes as Bama Seal from the get-go just because he has to fill out and strengthen up. But it sounds like he is an elite three-point shooter in his own right. And if there's anything Mike Young loves, it's great three-point shooters. So Hunter Couture is another player who will have to step up and contribute when we're talking about three-point shooting because he might not be an ACC caliber athlete. So to make up for it, he's going to have to really nail three-pointers night after night at the same clip Jalen Cone does. If not, then he might struggle to keep his spot in the rotation, just to be brutally honest there. But Kiva Luma, the last of the transfers that I'll mention, look, he played for Mike Young at Wofford. He averaged over 6 rebounds there, so he will be another major key player for the Hokies if he's ready to step in and grab the boards. Because, look, if Virginia Tech can rebound just as well as their opponents next season, not even out-rebound opponents, I think they're going to win a lot of games because they're going to be more athletic, faster, and resolute, especially when they get to play in Castle Coliseum with or without crowds. Who knows what this college basketball season holds, given all of the uncertainty regarding the pandemic. It is definitely tough times for a lot of us, but I am grateful for the college basketball season ahead. I think that the potential of this Virginia Tech men's basketball program is incredible, and just so excited for the progression of the Mike Young era. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel.